The Russian Navy called the mission a resounding success. While 118 men were screaming for help from the seabed, they weren't just sinking. They were being erased. August 12th, 2000. The day started with routine. In the war room, officers were issued rations of canned cod liver in its own juice. Outside, the K-141 Kursk, the pride of the Northern Fleet, was gliding through the Arctic chill. She was an Oscar II-class monster. 2 nuclear reactors, 24 Granite missiles. The crew believed she was unsinkable. They were simply practicing a simulated attack. A game of war. Until the game became real. It didn't start with a bang. It started with a leak. A faulty weld in a dummy torpedo casing allowed high-test peroxide to bleed into the tube. You don't see it. You just smell something sharp, something chemical. Then the catalytic reaction hits. The first explosion was a sharp, sudden punch. It tore through the first bulkhead. But the real horror was the weight. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. The crew fought to surface. They blew the ballast tanks. They scrambled. And then, the warheads. 5 to 7 torpedoes detonated in a chain reaction that registered as a 4.2 earthquake across Europe. The bow didn't just break. It vanished. While the Barents Sea was boiling with fire and wreckage, President Vladimir Putin was on vacation. He stayed there for 5 days. Deep in the 9th compartment, 23 men survived the blast. Imagine it, total darkness. The air is thick with the smell of burnt electrical wiring and salt. You can't see your own hand. You can only hear the rhythmic, metallic creaking of the hull as the ocean tries to crush you. Captain Lieutenant Dmitry Kolesnikov took a pen. He wrote his final note by feel. "No need to despair," he wrote. He actually believed someone was coming. But the air was running out. In a final, desperate act, they tried to replace a chemical oxygen cartridge. It slipped. It fell into the oily seawater. The resulting flash fire didn't just kill them. It consumed the last of their oxygen in seconds. They didn't gasp for air. They simply stopped. The government eventually paid the widows. Apartments. Cash. The Order of Valor. They called it unprecedented generosity. But it wasn't a gift. It was the price of silence.